Have you ever experienced a moment when everything changed in an instant? On April 14, 1865, a gunshot at Ford's Theater altered the course of American history forever. Just 5 days after the Civil War effectively ended, President Abraham Lincoln decided to enjoy a night of comedy at Ford's Theater. The play, Our American Cousin, was a popular farce, a rare moment of lightness after 4 years of national bloodshed. At approximately 10:15 p.m., famed actor and Confederate sympathizer John Wilkes Booth slipped into the presidential box and fired a single shot from a .44 caliber Derringer pistol into the back of Lincoln's head. "Sic semper tyrannis," Booth shouted as he leaped from the box to the stage below, "thus always to tyrants." His dramatic escape included breaking his leg in the fall, yet still managing to flee the theater. For 16-year-old Clara Harris, who was in the presidential box that night as a guest, the horror was immediate. "The president slumped forward," she later recalled. Mrs. Lincoln screamed, and then chaos. Lincoln was carried across the street to a boarding house, placed diagonally across a bed too small for his 6'4" frame. There, doctors worked through the night, while government officials, family, and friends crowded the small room. When you visit this room today, it feels impossibly small for such a momentous event, but that's often the way of history. World-changing moments happen in ordinary places. What makes April 14th so poignant is the timing. The nation had just begun to heal after the bloodiest conflict in American history. Lincoln's second inaugural address, delivered just 6 weeks earlier, had called for malice toward none, with charity for all. The war had claimed over 750,000 American lives, equivalent to about 8 million deaths today. Lincoln's assassination reignited fears that the hard-won peace might unravel. At 7:22 a.m. on April 15th, Abraham Lincoln became the first American president to be assassinated. His death sent the nation into unprecedented mourning. His funeral train would travel 1,700 miles through 180 cities and 7 states as Americans lined the tracks to pay respects. When we visit the Lincoln Memorial today, we're connecting with what might have been, the reconciliation and healing that Lincoln envisioned but didn't live to oversee. His death profoundly affected Reconstruction and the reintegration of Southern states. Without Lincoln's leadership, Reconstruction took a harsher turn. Many historians believe his absence fundamentally altered how the nation recovered from civil war, particularly for newly freed slaves who lost their most powerful advocate. Vice President Andrew Johnson, who assumed the presidency, lacked Lincoln's moral vision and political skill. He would go on to be the first president impeached by Congress. As the nation reeled on April 14th, Secretary of War Edwin Stanton reportedly uttered, "Now he belongs to the ages," recognizing in that moment that Lincoln had transcended from a president to an American icon. Lincoln's assassination wasn't just a murder, it was a critical turning point that shaped the America we live in today. It reminds us how fragile democracy can be and how much influence a single moment can have on a nation's path. Have you ever visited a historical site where you could feel the weight of what happened there? Share your experience in the comments below. And don't miss tomorrow's video, where we'll explore another pivotal moment that changed the course of our shared story. These moments from our past aren't just history, they're the foundation of the world we inhabit today. If this glimpse into one of America's darkest nights has given you new perspective, please hit that like button and subscribe to History Sparks for more stories that illuminate the moments that made us who we are.